Welcome to Real Conversations, exploring the meaning behind the music. Hi, I'm Reverend Jeannie Kataoka.
And I'm Al Yankee. Join with us for a deep dive into the inspiration and meaning behind the music of New Thought, as important New Thought artists share the story of their creative process and their spiritual journey.
Real Conversations is a rare opportunity to take a look behind the curtain to discover the connections between the stories, the music, the artists, and you. So let's dive right in to Real Conversations, exploring the meaning behind the music. Coming to us from the sunny shores of Hawaii is Grammy-nominated, Emmy Award-winning singer-songwriter, speaker, and podcast host, Faith Rivera. Hello, Faith.
Aloha, Jeannie. So happy to be here with you.
And everyone. We are so happy to have you. I know you're the first repeat, so that's kind of
wow! I have a title. I'm proud. Thank you.
A little more background about you. She opens hearts and transforms lives around the globe through the power of music. Fans say her inspiring songs are like having your best friend who knows your biggest dreams and your hardest struggles, sing the perfect message right to you. Whether it's a healing ballad, an affirmation dance song, or a feel-good chant for kids, Faith's warm, soulful style moves listeners and elevates the energy in any room. You can hear her voice and songs on TV and film, from NCIS Hawaii to The Voice and more. She's been featured at the Hollywood Bowl, to the House of Blues, to stages in Tokyo, to Rome, where audiences of all ages are engaged and energized through upbeat messages, music, and dance. This island girl is a multiple Posi Award winner and a Grace Note Award recipient for her contribution to New Thought music. She is featured in multiple documentary films like As a Man Thinketh with Michael Beckwith, Joe Vitale, and more empowering teachers. Each week, you can catch her as a co-host on her bubbly podcast, Voices of Unity, raw and real talk on everyday spiritual practices and living your best life. And that you can find on mindbodyspirit.fm. She released her 11th album during the pandemic and most recently received her first Grammy nomination as a songwriter in the global music category with 6-time Grammy Award winner and longtime collaborator Daniel Ho. From music to mommyhood, Faith enjoys time with her high school sweetheart, Nolan He, and their son Kai and daughter Izzy in her hometown of Oahu. After overcoming years of stage fright from childhood into her early career, her passion is helping others to shine from the joy of self-love. Well, welcome, Faith.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Thank you, Jeannie. Wow. I sound like I did some stuff.
Yeah, you did some stuff. Yeah.
Oh, everybody deserves that. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's the best part of everything I've done has really been meeting incredible communities and like yours, where I met both you and Al, and really that heart connection that continues, through is it decades? Are we that old?
No.
Well, maybe for you, but we're not old enough.
Years. Okay. I'll speak for myself.
I statements.
So, because you are a repeat, we're going to, in this interview, we're going to concentrate on your more current stuff.
Yeah.
I was thinking as Jeannie was reading that long and detailed intro,
I couldn't figure out what to leave out.
So. Right, and then when she was 8, I know, I get it.
I did leave off a whole paragraph.
That most of our listeners are probably really familiar with you, but there's got to be somebody who's not. So we need to do that, of course. And so we may, maybe at the end or something, mention a few of your hits, from back in the day.
In the day, oh my
yes,
God. Okay.
but we're going to stay fairly current.
Sure.
And your latest album is called Rise.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think I would just, we've talked here for a minute. We should let people hear some music. I would like to play the title track from Rise.
Mm-hmm. I'd love that.
So let's give that a listen. Here's Rise, Faith Rivera.
I close my eyes, I open my heart, I'll take a deep breath, let the healing start. I lift my hands, I plant my feet, I let love in, I feel the beat that's calling us to rise, rise, spirit rise up, rise in me. I let in my soul, I clear my mind, I'm here and now, in present time. I feel the power of 1,000 suns lighting up the dark. Oh, we rise as one. Oh, rise, rise, spirit rise up, rise in me. Oh, rise, rise, spirit rise up, rise in me, rise in me. I sing to you, I sing to you, you sing to me, you sing to me. Change up this noise, make sweet harmony. Come on and rise, oh rise, spirit rise up, rise in me. Oh, oh rise, rise, spirit rise up, rise in me, rise in me. Heart to heart, hand in hand, no turning back, onward to promised land. Do you feel the power of 1,000 suns lighting up the dark? Oh, we rise as one. Love's calling, calling out your name. Love's calling, that's why we came. Love's calling, calling out the name. Love's calling, it's why we came. Come on and rise, rise, spirit rise up, rise in
You're showing us some new stuff here. This is I'm the song itself is kind of classic Faith. So I think the fans, it's kind of for them, but there's some new sounds here as well. It's got that steady, easy beat that you can just move to so easily. Anybody, even if you're a little arthritic or whatever, can still move to it. And that's that really great motivational message and a simple hook that anybody can sing along to the first time. So it's I'm sure this is I understand why you picked this as the title track. So anything about the genesis of this, where it came from?
Yeah, I was really lucky to work a lot with Dr. Barbara Fields and the Association for Global New Thought, which has, brought together unity, centers for spiritual living, and more. And so I was involved with many of her conferences, and I believe I wrote this one for, I don't remember the year, but it was in San Diego. And the song in its creation was made so that I'd sing a verse and then vamp, and then, Michael Beckwith would speak, and then I'd sing another verse, and then Ken Gordon from CSL would speak. And so I created it as this opening, and if you really listen to the song, it really starts from personal, I close my eyes, da 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 da, and then talking about spirit rising through you, and then it really turns to the we, what are we doing as a collective to feel our power, the idea that love's calling. So it really was a call to action. It really, I really wrote it to embody all that AG&T, what they're about. But what I'm happy about is that I've learned this fine balance of writing for specific use and yet general enough that, you and I hopefully can still enjoy it. So that song has, meant a lot, I think, to people in their individual practice as well. It's a song I know that I use to wake up.
There you go.
It goes through all tempos, doesn't it? It's like chill, and then I'm rapping at the ending or something.
Well, it is, that's one of the things I noticed was that it goes on a while and it changes moods, and it, it's a very expansive arrangement that you have of this.
Can I give props to, that's Imua Garza. That song was really important to me moving back home. It was the first one I had produced here in the islands by Imua Garza, who's like, a beloved, well-known songwriter. And to be honest, one of my favorite producers, because you talked about the new sound. He talked about 808s, which is that like fresh, like bass sounding thing towards the ending. He helped me make that weird, it's like a upbeat, but yet it's mid-tempo section right towards the ending. So I love the sonic landscape that he helped to create, which I don't know, it's like lush and modern. And like you said, though, I can still sing what I'm, what I like to write, which is that spiritual and on purpose, simple enough that it can feel like a chant. I mean, the way the verses are laid out, you can sing it right after me. I close my eyes, I close my eyes, yeah. He opened my heart. So anyway, I'm glad you picked that one. Thank you, Al.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, since Al picked that one, I wanted to talk about the album cover itself.
Ooh.
And that's such a, your hair, and but not just because if you really look at it, and it has these words written in between curls, reclaim, rewrite, shevolution, her story, shine, celebrate, elevate, and evolve. So how did all that come about, and how did it end up on the cover? And your hair.
And my hair, I know. It was released not only during COVID, but it was released. We moved back home in summer of 2017, which means I was working on this album maybe 2019. And I don't know if you noticed, for those that will listen to the whole album, there's a lot of different kinds of songs, because when I'd move here, this album represents the transition that I went through to move home to raise my kids with my parents and their cousins. My husband and I both left everything we knew, including our really fulfilling careers that we loved. I gave up touring, really, except for once in a while. People that will fly me there, I'll come. But I went through a dark time. I won't be, I won't lie to you, because I remember my husband would leave for work. He'd take the kids. And when we first moved home, I'm living with my mother-in-law, right? And I'm there just, trying to get our house. Well, it wasn't our house, but trying to get our room, our little areas ready. And granted, I was looking at $1 million view. It was beautiful, the ocean and all this. But still, I couldn't see it because all I thought of, I'm washing these dishes. I'm just kind of resentful. I really, just thinking like, this is not a use of my brilliance, just really kind of boohoo pity party for Faith. Of like, well, what the heck is next? Is this what I'm doing now? So those words you see on that cover, and me really finding inspiration for that cover that really pops. I was in the middle of redefining myself and finding my voice again. And so these songs, which are so different, is also me stepping into what they call the sync world. I started learning about writing specifically for TV and film, and I had some music in there, but it was never my focus. So yeah, this album was a real like, oh my God, I'm back. Like, I have a sense that, the music can still have an outlet, that I still have something relevant to say. And so there was a lot of emotion behind all
Yeah. Well,
all
'cause
of
I
that.
remember
So
that you shared on social media that you were not, emotionally where you wanted to be. You did, it wasn't exactly, you didn't share like so much a pity party, but that just the reality.
there was one.
Yeah, no, but yeah, you didn't drag
In
us all down.
private. Yeah, thank you. Good. Yeah, I didn't invite you to the pity party.
I think if people were paying attention, they knew that that was you were going through a big transition in your life.
Yeah.
That if I could pipe in that cover, I was, I don't know if it was on purpose, but I think it might have been that you were like the sun, those wall hangings of the sun with all the rays coming off.
Exactly. You got it. You got it.
Okay. You are the sun. You are the daughter and the sun.
Yeah. Well, it's the light. It's the spark. It's the fire that, and I was just reading, oh God, who said it? Because it really spoke to me, the idea, okay, I'll remember who said it, but it was just the idea that when you are not fulfilling like that thing in you, right, that's calling you, or like what you were born here to do, like as we grow and evolve in our ways to share, that's really what brings that unhappiness and depression. And then for me, it was like anger. Then pretty soon, pew, thank God I channeled it, right? We have all our practices and our teaching, that I was like, wait, the answer's right here. It's just me finding another way to express and, be an artist. So yeah, I'll be the sun or a star or a fire. It was just rebirth, that's really what it was. Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's kind of a good segue into the song I picked next. And we'll go ahead and listen to that since we've been talking, but Your Own Skin by Faith Rivera.
I see you in the mirror, talking like you hate her. This comparing's got to stop. Wishing for the same thing, longing for that one dream, the one where you belong. You have been a circle, living in a square world, trying to make sense of this box, changing up your fashion, be a different person. All it's done is get you lost. What if today's the day you claim your holy ground? Your worth is found. You're found. Right here, right now. It's the moment you've been waiting for. Oh, welcome home to your own skin. I know it feels so different, but hey, you got to listen to the voice inside your heart. Learn to love yourself more, walk right through a new door. To a house that hurts no more. You can be yourself here. You are truly safe here. No minefields in the floor. Forget about the ceiling. Limits have no meaning when you know just who you are. Today's the day you claim your holy ground. Your light is found. You're found. Right here, right now. It's the moment you've been waiting for. Oh, welcome home to your own skin. Right here, right now. You're so ready for it, I know you know. Oh baby, welcome home to your own skin. Welcome home to your own skin. Welcome home to your own skin. Welcome home to your own skin.
So as I listened to this one, I first I wondered, were you influenced by your kids? And then I thought, well, maybe she wrote it for her kids. And I could be totally off base, but I thought, because I have kids that are adults now, but I thought this would have been so cool to just be able to, teach them and sing it with them, to just be comfortable in your own skin. So
Wow.
where did it come from?
Well, first of all, I have to say, I think it's kind of cool to me that you chose that song because, again, there were a lot of different collaborations on this album. So this one was with Eric Dubois, this Frenchman. He was the first producer I connected with here that I felt like I gave him a chance. He gave me a chance. And he's EDM, meaning mostly this electronic music. And you can hear all the electronic influence in that track. But it kind of surprised me that you picked it because I don't think it's like a normal like pop song, that
No, it's not.
that
It's
I'd write, so it makes me feel good to know that, the lyrics or whatever the vibe can still carry through and capture your interest at least,
Mhm.
But that song, I wish I could say I wrote it for them. This is what the benefit is, I think, of all the songs I've written over the years. And you speak to so many different songwriters and artists, and I like to think they maybe are on the same path as me, where these songs really provide a way of not only expressing maybe what we're going through, but also kind of finding a solution, like you find the aha in the song. And so the truth is it was purely for me when I was going through that time. And I can't remember all the lyric now, but I remember being proud, that the ego, more of like songwriter being like, I remember in some of the lyrics, I was comparing it, like to a house and
Mhm.
breaking the ceiling and having this foundation. And so, no, that song was all, in its creation for me to move through
Okay.
that time. Yeah.
Good,
Yeah.
good, good,
Yeah.
good. But I hope
A-
your kids listen to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. And from there, whoever else will. Yeah.
Sure, sure.
Well, sure. The house. There is the line. You're found. Welcome
Yeah.
home. Welcome home
Yeah.
to your
Yeah.
own skin.
Yeah.
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 That's
Yeah.
so
It kind of gives me goosebumps just to
Yeah,
say
no,
it.
I had thickened skin too, Al. That was cool. I need to quote myself. No, I'm kidding. No, really, and
Yes, you do.
I don't know that like the way I write, there must be some other process or place that I go because I don't usually show up and speak like that. I wish I could. But the song says it. So yeah, you're found. Yeah, if I could give a message to my kids, to anyone, that's what it would be. And I'll share with you what's going on right here in Hawaii. On Sunday, we all got the news, and there's a small island community, right? All about aloha. And there was news that this father had, and I hate to be a downer, but this is what happens in life, pretty much murdered his entire family, including
Mm.
himself. Okay, that is not something that happens here, and I know it's always unexpected, but it really got all of us, just really thinking about really what matters, what are our values, and it starts there, right? Like to feel okay in your own skin.
Mhm.
And it sounds like such a simple line, even that you're found it, but it's so deep. That's what we're looking for our whole lives, to feel that belonging. And so I don't know if there was mental illness there. He was a chiropractor, so he did healing work. But they said they noticed he fell into a depression, and I just want to kind of highlight that this depression, and they saw his personality change. And so the work we do, all of us, are just being people that are loving and aware and conscious. I mean, it makes a difference, and thank God that's a rare story, but still it's kind of shaken all us families, because there's a 17-year-old, a 12-year-old, and a 10-year-old,
Yeah, that's sad.
that he loved, his coworkers said he'd make food for. So anyway, yeah, but that's a part of life. And, but that's why I think the work we do and the music, you know what I mean? That emotes feelings and maybe even healing energy it's worthwhile.
Absolutely.
It's
Yes.
worthwhile. And shows like this, it's worthwhile.
So we're going to move on.
Okay. All right.
Into something a little different from that. In fact, I just want to play this and then we'll talk about it. This
All
is
right.
again from Rise, but you also released it as a single, and it's Circle.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
So let's give that a listen. Circle, Faith Rivera.
One step away, forward in motion. Know where I've been, know where I'm going. Voices rise up, a beautiful sound. There's more than enough music to go around. Everyone step in line with me. Put your hands up, get on your feet. Oh, 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 oh. This is my circle, this is my tribe. Leaning together, we know we're all on the same side. We are stars in the same sky. Circle of stars in the same big sky. We burning brighter than before, we shining on forevermore. Circle of stars in the same big sky. This kind of love could fill up an ocean. I lift you up, you keep me going. Anything is possible, there's nothing we can't do. Bring out the best in me, I'll give it back to you. This is my circle, this is my tribe. Leaning together, we know we're all on the same side. We are stars in the same sky. Circle of stars in the same big sky. We burning brighter than before, we shining on forevermore. Circle of stars in the same big sky. This is my circle, this is my tribe. This is my circle, this is my tribe. This is my circle, this is my tribe. Leaning together, we know we're all on the same side. We are stars in the same sky. Circle of stars in the same big sky. We burning brighter than before, we shining on forevermore. Circle of stars in the same big sky.
So here's, I mean, I like this. I really do. And I kind of surprised me that I liked it because I don't think I'm the target demographic for this. It's not for us old guys. I really think that you're aiming, or consciously, subconsciously, or maybe a producer, I don't know, at a younger, maybe 30 somethings, 40 somethings, with the sounds and the heavy lows and the, but in addition to that, and I'm going to comment a few times about this, you're showing stylistic range. You really are. You're casting out, and you're working across genres. You
Mhm.
know, this particular tune, a little phrase came up to me, and then I'll let you talk. It was like Saturday night beats Sunday morning.
Wait, is that a lyric? No.
No,
Okay. Oh yeah. Wait. I was like, wait. I don't remember writing that.
no, you didn't
Okay.
write that. But to me,
Saturday night.
that's kind of this song, because it has
Oh,
it has it
explain
has
more.
the Saturday
Explain.
night vibe, and it's also got some Sunday morning message in it. You know?
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, I'm not fast. I didn't get that. So it wasn't on purpose, like me plotting. What happened was when I moved here, as I said, when I was kind of on this exploration of like what's next, what showed up is I found out the state of Hawaii has this amazing department called Creative Lab Hawaii.
Hmm.
And it's a state-run program, and so they do the different fields, right? Fashion, film. There was music, and I was so lucky I got chosen to be in the program. And what it meant is all the big music supervisors, network people like from Fox and all the shows and movies you watch came to the Big Island to Kona. They brought named producers and some other artists in what they call sync. They people that write specifically for TV and film. I got to sit in the rooms with them, and not only to observe. I was a writer. So that's how I got a placement for Empire when it was still around. So this song came from maybe my second year back when I was in a room with Nittany Paris, a really wonderful writer out of Los Angeles and really active in the whole songwriting community, and Sebastian Hughes, who was another participant like me. And so we are not stuck, but we're in these hotel rooms, usually with what they call a brief. So it's like the kind of song they're looking for. And there was probably a call for women empowerment. And I remember sitting with Nittany, and she was saying, why do women why are they catty with each other? Why can't we just support each other and lift each other up? And that was the seed of where this song came from. And Sebastian Hughes, our producer, who is primarily EDM, also had this track. And that's really how this song came about. And so this is what's refreshing is that, Al, you chose it and you said you relate to it. You know what surprised me too? Kai and Izzy, Kai who's 12, my daughter who's 8, and I have all kinds of songs. They both told me that is their favorite song of mine. And I'm just like, amazing, cool. Like I wouldn't, have guessed it. So I love that. I'm going to tell my other co-writers that somehow, what do you think? Is it the overall, just the feeling of that track and those changes, and then the singing? I mean,
I was caught up in the lyrics, like stars, we're all stars in the same sky,
yeah,
and
yeah,
we're all part of the same tribe. And it gave me the idea of this saying that was going around in my family and colleagues a few years ago, that your vibe attracts your tribe.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
and that's what that made me think of, is like, yeah, that's the truth of it. If we could just recognize that.
yeah. Well, I've noticed since, because obviously I'm not touring and not able to be with the New Thought community, that feel like I'm still finding my tribe, but now in a different way. Because you're talking about stylistically even changing. I mean, you should hear you haven't heard any of the more hardcore rap. I'll tell you in case you're brave enough to look. But I have a project on Instagram. It's an artist called Fierce Unicorn, and I don't look like what her rapping is like. So it's an avatar of this Asian looking unicorn. And so I'm purposely in that case, I'm purposely trying to reach a younger audience with positive messages, but also it's, meant a little bit more for TV and film. So, so it's been exciting artistically and just as a musician and a writer to feel these different styles. I have a pop R&B band now called Solux. I don't even think I showed you those songs, but we do old school pop R&B, but we also for another project just did some K-pop. So I mean, I'm definitely all over the place, but just trying to be the best I can be and still bring love, wherever I go.
Well, we're seeing bits of that here. We're going to see
Yeah.
some of it in some of the other tracks too, and to some folks who are not so quite attuned to it, I mean, some of the word pronunciations or even word choices, I think you used, some slang in this that, might not be proper English, but people relate to, they get it immediately, so that's all, it's all part of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're not just a one-trick pony. I'll give you that. Wow.
Yeah. Sometimes I wonder though, guys, about the power of focus, but it's just not been what I do. And more so now. I wouldn't have guessed it. Yeah, I'm doing so many things now, but
eclectic is good. That's eclectic, what let's, since we've been chatting, let's listen to some music. And the next song I chose was Lighthouse. So here's Lighthouse by Faith Rivera.
I won't pretend that I'm alright. Not sure I have the will to fight, but there's a storm that's coming our way. Hey, can we find the courage to stay? Where will we run? There's no one to save us, who'll save us, nowhere to turn. So find the strength that's inside us. I'm counting on you, and you on me too. Let's stand our ground, gotta make shelter now. Be a lighthouse to everyone. Let's come to life, let's look alive and shine a light. Let's come to life, let's look alive, gotta make things right. Let's come to life, let's look alive and be the light. Let's come to life, let's look alive, hey, look alive. I know we may not look the part, but maybe we have a hero's heart. Maybe we have a feels like we're breaking every day. Oh, we're letting all the dark parts go away. Our day has come. It's time to rise up and show up. We are the ones to change the world that's around us. I'm counting on me and you. The whole world is true. Let's stand our ground, gotta make shelter now. Be a lighthouse to everyone. Let's come to life, let's look alive and shine a light. Let's come to life, let's look alive, gotta make things right. Let's come to life, let's look alive and be the light. Let's come to life, let's look alive and look alive. Let's come to life, hey, come to life.
Yeah,
Let's come to life.
come to life.
Yo, it's time to look alive. Hold on to your faith and just take a dive. Ready for your blessings, stay steady. I know they will arrive. Feel alive, seek a bunch of love and escape the lies. That's the only way that me and you can keep hope alive. Make a change, stand up, keep your head up. Living life in the fast like I done sped up. I'm fed up of trying to get my bread up. Get up, trying to make a change for the better.
Let's stand our ground,
Yeah.
gotta make shelter now.
Let's go.
Be a lighthouse to everyone that's lost.
So I saw that this is a collaboration with Voss Angeloff. And I was really struck, I think, that it goes from doubt to realization, which it's not the only one of your songs that does that. We were speaking of it earlier, going from one mental state to another mental state, or way of seeing things. So what's your side of the story?
Yeah, well, first I have to give props to Ted Jacobs. He had been my producer on like most of all the albums you've heard. And we collaborated on this, but we're not used to working through distance. I mean, I was, for years just in his studio. So I have to give props to him, because here's the bridge I was trying to cross. Is I knew very clear it was inspired by, again, something for Sync, but it was about the hero, and it just made, and we were going through COVID. Okay, this is going to launch me into this topic. So, when COVID was going through, I mean, we were going through that time, and then the whole George Floyd, like, compounded, right? The race issues. And in my unicorn state of mind, I thought, especially for those of us in, what's called the New Thought community, that I was excited in a strange way, thinking like, oh, we're going to really like live our principles and kind of show the way. And not that, we knew the answer, but through our practice, I thought that's what would happen. And when I looked out, though, I didn't really find that, and I would see some fear in posts and judgment, and not what I was looking for. But what it led me to was this idea of, I mean, who am I? Am I going to blame them? And what's them mean anyway? They're just like me and you working through that really strange time. And the real, like the light bulb was like, wait, I'm still waiting for someone else. It's like I was still waiting for like our leaders to tell me it's going to be okay. And so this song came from that realization of like, our backs are pressed up against the wall. It feels like it's such a dark time. I'm like, well, maybe I gotta freaking stand up. And you talked about the sun, like I'm the sun. That the call to action again was writing to myself, was like, well, maybe I have to stay and fight and be the one to speak about love, and so that's really where it came from. And
yeah, I definitely got that, because in my notes I put, if not me, who, and if not now, when.
Yeah.
So I think that's that came really quite clearly. And the other thought I had about this is like, it's a 21st century, this little light of mine. Obviously it's totally different musically and everything, language, but it's like, you got to shine your light and stop waiting for somebody else.
Yeah. And the Voss Angeloff, I think that's how you say his name, I hired him to do his rap in that middle section. Because it was one of those songs, though, that we didn't know where to go. I think Teddy, there's a breakdown where the drums just go crazy. He sent a draft to me, just having fun. He goes, I didn't know what the heck to do. I'm like, I like it. And I'm like, now we need a rapper. I mean, it just went, it's just like, I don't know. Creativity has no logic sometimes, but that's what showed up. So
I want to talk a second about the production on it, because I was it's a new song, it's new to me, but why, what is it that's familiar here? And then I realized it was in the production where you are sort of as the main voice, but then you're coming from up here on the upper right with a different voice going, oh, and then some go, oh, over here, and saying different things in the production. If you got maybe headphones, I don't know, or really good system. And I was going, oh, Annie Lennox.
Oh man, I'm so like honored. I love her.
Who doesn't love Annie Lennox? But I mean, great singer in one place is one thing, but great singer plus great production turns it into a piece of theater.
Yeah. Thank you. I'll tell you, this is again because Ted Jacobs and we weren't used to that distance thing. Unlike some of the other producers I was working with more in this sync world where they're used to collaborating all over the place. So I have to give him props, because I think his mind was like, there were so many tracks and I had so many vocals. There was a point where I don't know, he was gonna like lose it. So eventually I think Summer, my friend Summer in New York had to make sense of those vocals. She comped it, what they call like put it all together, so Teddy could just like pop it in, because when you look at these tracks, it's massive how many things are going on, and even vocally. So yeah, he needed help because it was too much. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, they did a great job. It came out great.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
So now we're taking off in a slightly different direction, but not.
Okay.
With the idea of being lost and then found, or not knowing and then knowing, coming to problem and realization or whatever.
Mhm.
I want to listen to your take on In Your Eyes.
Oh, my single. It's not
Yeah,
on
your
there.
your single. So let's play that and then we'll talk.
Okay.
This is Faith Rivera doing In Your Eyes.
Now I get so lost sometimes. Days pass and this emptiness fills my heart. When I want to run away, I drive off in my car. But whichever way I go, I come back to the place you are. And all my instincts, they return. The grand facade so soon will burn. Without a noise, without my pride, I reach out from the inside. From the inside. In your eyes, the light, the heat. I am complete. I see the doorway to 1,000 churches. The resolution of all the fruitless searches. Oh, I see the light and the heat. Oh, I wanna be that complete. I wanna touch the light, the heat I see in your eyes. They return, and the grand facade I get so lost sometimes.
So again, you're showing us more here again. This, it's a familiar song. You're doing a cover, and you've done covers before.
Barely.
Okay.
Oh, I did one cover album. I did one cover
an album called Covers, wasn't it? Don't I remember that, or something
no.
like that, or Under the Covers, or
had the rainbow. Come on, what is it? Oh, it's right here. It's called Raise Me Up.
Okay.
Had like What a Wonderful World. I did one album.
Yes. I knew that was there somewhere.
I was like,
even if I got the name
covers.
But it's a very the well-known recording, the Peter Gabriel, but you draw entirely, it seems to me, different shades of meaning out of this with your interpretation of it. So do you remember, where you were at or what you were thinking, what the process was?
There was something about that song. Yeah, that was a pure, I don't know, artistic, like a moment of indulging, and I don't even know that it makes any logical sense. But that song just feels so spiritual for me.
It does have that line about, about looking in your eyes and I see 1,000 churches or church doors or something like that.
So that's a very interesting song because I couldn't dissect the lyric for you and tell you what each one means. I just have a feeling when I hear that song, and I don't remember now how Teddy created that arrangement because it's, it starts out really stark with just the piano, right?
Right. And you're lost. It's all about being lost at the beginning.
Yeah, I guess that was, I haven't recorded something like that maybe at all. And it felt good to feel that, to be moody. And the redemption at the end. Again, to me, there's redemption. Although art, I don't know if the word is artistically, but for like kind of, it's not cool. It is artistic. We chose to go back and close it like with the verse line, right? Mm-hmm. Which brought it again back moody. So that was purely artistic choices based on feel. Not
a bad way to go.
I guess, but I know, but I'm so used to creating music, that serves maybe in a more obvious way. So, but I feel grateful I got to do that because it wasn't like, I don't know what kind of success it's getting. I just hope it's reaching people if they love that song, but I don't know the feedback on that song is what I'm trying to say.
Well, and it's quite possible that, you talked about sync or use in film or TV or whatever, that, sometimes a different version of a familiar song will get picked up for that sort of thing.
Yeah. So who knows, but it made me happy.
Yeah. I'd say it's creation. Well, and I would say it's a more passionate version, than the original.
Oh,
which,
yeah.
Definitely. Which kind of fits our times.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. Yes, it does. Everything feels more angsty, or I don't know. I guess passion is better than angst.
There's a lot of teeth grinding going on. Yes.
It is, man. So maybe a lot of artists are being born, if they say yes to those creative calls. So that's an interesting thought. Yeah.
Okay, the next song, my choice, is Home for Each Other, and I let's talk about that a little bit before we get into it, because I am really, it seems pretty straightforward, but I got a whole different idea. So what was your idea for that?
Wait, well, I want to hear your idea. Well, okay. Well, I love it because, again, this was a prompt, of them needing songs about home. And now I remember the inspiration. That's right. I'd taken this online course called 6-Figure Songwriting, and Kathy Heller was doing it. And I think if you look her up now, she has some amazing podcast that has blown up. I saw she had a party and, all these stars and politicians were there. I'm like, oh my God. But she was on these calls with us, teaching us how to create music, that would be successful on TV and film. And I just remember feeling like a little kid when I was in this group because, yes, it was about, the music business, which is so different from the New Thought career, that I've had and enjoyed. But what blew me away was she had so much of our same heart. She talked about healing. She talked about authenticity. And so when I found that tribe of people outside of our community, because I guess I didn't know it existed in the quote unquote other world, it just struck me. And this song really came from a place of celebration of like, oh my God, I found my another tribe, and again, going through the times we were going through, I just love that idea that we can be home for each other, even when everything else goes to bleep,
Let's go ahead and listen to Home for Each Other, and then I'll tell you my take on it on the other side. So Faith Rivera, Home for Each Other.
Here we are living in the new place, feeling alive. All of us dreamers are growing the vibes. Came from the low, now we're making it high. Here we're together, moving up now off of the floor. Opening doors and we're hungry for more. Up from the ground, now we're ready to soar. I'm not alone, you are with me. You're not alone, I am with you. We can be home for each other, home for each other. Good thing we can be home for each other, be home for each other, home for each other. Good thing we can be home. We can be home for each other, home for each other. Good thing we can be home for each other, be home for each other, home for each other, home. We are home. I didn't know I didn't have to go it alone. You and me now are a tribe of our own. Stand with your team and you'll always find home. I didn't know I didn't have to pick up myself. Putting my trust in somebody else. Count on me too if you ever need help. I'm not alone, you are with me. You're not alone, I am with you. We can be home for each other, home for each other. Good thing we can be home for each other, be home for each other, home for each other. Good thing we can be home. We can be home for each other, home for each other. Good thing we can be home for each other, be home for each other, home for each other, home. From this day on, 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 from this day on. Home for each other, home. 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 When the road gets rough and you hit the ground, keep your heart with us. You'll be safe and sound. When the road gets rough and you hit the ground, keep your heart with us. You'll be safe and sound. We can be home for each other, home for each other. Good thing we can be home for each other, be home for each other, home for each other. Good thing we can be home. We can be home for each other, home for each other. Good thing we can be home for each other, be home for each other, home for each other. You're home. We are home.
So as I said, it may seem kind of obvious that, it's maybe a man and a woman, or, that kind of, or, some couple could be same sex, but it struck me as I listened to it, because this happens in a lot of New Thought. It could be a love song to another person, or it could be a love song to God. And what struck me was that in our philosophy, we have to make room because we believe that God works in, through, and as us. So I'm thinking, if we don't make room for God to do that, if we don't make a home for God to do that within ourselves, this, God can't do what God does. And, obviously God makes a home for us. So that was kind of my take. But how does that hit you?
I think it's beautiful. And it's funny because I'm thinking I need to go. I don't know what all my verses say. I need to really look at the lyric. But I think that's a beautiful takeaway because I never thought of it that way. Um, just creating space, right? Because that's really all that's
Yeah.
needed. I love that how you said that. And it's interesting, you talked about the romantic, the a couple. I was really trying to emulate more of the tribe feel,
Hmm.
but we probably needed more other singer vocalists. And I'll be honest with you, in tracking that song, because Josh, who sang on it and co-wrote it with me, he sounded amazing. That, to be honest, I kept thinking, do I need to be on there? There was a point, there was a point where it felt like I was forcing it a little, trying to create my call and response thing, in the choruses. But I don't know, maybe you'll have to tell me if you think it works or it should have just
Oh
been
yeah,
a-
it definitely worked. It definitely worked. But I don't, I always take that, I think, maybe not always, but often, that spiritual tact when we talk to people, and it's, they just saw it as that's a nice love song I was inspired to write. And then I go, but is it more than that?
Yeah.
Does it include our relationship with God, whatever that may be, or, whatever you call God,
Yeah. Yeah.
spirit or George, or it
That's
doesn't matter.
beautiful. Yeah. I wonder, Al, did you have something to say? I see.
Well, a couple of things, because that's sort of the subtext, or the
Mhm.
going underneath this whole idea of is it me and you? Is it me and the tribe? Is it
Mhm.
me and God, or whatever? And I was kind of
Love it.
thinking something similar about the in your eyes, in whose eyes, right?
Yeah.
In your
Mhm.
lover's eyes is, I think,
Sure.
the original intent.
Mhm.
But again, when that's when you were singing it, I was again feeling like it could be something else.
Oh, yeah.
um and really, if it's I mean, just to get back to it, if it's all one, it doesn't really matter. It is always looking, and God recognizing itself, the universe knowing itself,
Yeah. Yeah.
and we're just all vehicles for that.
Mhm. Mhm.
So but I was, so it says the Fresh Preps.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. They were, because now they've broken up. They were a duo. They were fellows along with me in that program in the creative
Mhm.
lab. The music immersive is how we met. So they are no longer that. And Josh has moved on. Now they're called the Brews. So, but I loved their sound, and I was just excited, being here again, like leaving what I knew and just finding new people to play with, has really meant a lot to me. So I think I just jumped on him like, please, yes, will you sing it, produce it?
Yeah, they got a nice commercial sound.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They
Yeah.
really do. I agree. I agree. What do I want to say? Oh, what you said about in your eyes, though, I just you're totally right. Like, I don't know that I ever heard of that song as a relationship. It was always like this bigger feeling, as I told you about the all of it, which for half a second I was like, why am I going to do this song? Because who's her? Like, your eyes, like, because when I stopped to think about it, I could get what you said, but when I sing it, I feel like openness. I feel what you're talking about, Jeannie. I feel space, like a big space, talking about something bigger. Yeah.
All right, so moving on
Wow, more.
to I think this may be your most recent release. I'm not sure. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but Celebrate, Appreciate.
Yes, for me, yes. Not Fierce Unicorn has some other new ones, but yes, for
Okay.
Faith Rivera, that is Celebrate.
Okay, let's listen. Celebrate, Appreciate, Faith Rivera.
Hey! Come on and sing it loud. Celebrate, appreciate what is and what can be. Celebrate, appreciate, let yourself be free. Come on, shine your light, shine it brighter. Celebrate, appreciate, hey, get up right now and shine it bolder. Celebrate, appreciate, give it all we got, all together now. Shine your light for the world to see. Shine on, baby, shine on. Oh, celebrate, appreciate all the party people in the house. Celebrate, appreciate, spreading good vibes all around. Celebrate, appreciate, satisfaction is the key. Celebrate, appreciate, set your spirit free. Come on, shine your light, shine it brighter. Celebrate, appreciate, hey, get up right now and shine it bolder. Celebrate, appreciate, give it all we got, all together now. Shine your light for the world to see. Shine on, baby, shine on. Celebrate, appreciate, shine on and on and on and on. Shine on and on and on and on. My heart's on fire for love. My heart's on fire for peace. My heart's on fire for everyone. Reach out, move like this. My heart's on fire for joy. My heart's on fire for riches. My heart's on fire for everything. Roll up so bright with spirit. My heart's on fire for love. My heart's on fire for peace. My heart's on fire for everyone. Reach out and move like this. My heart's on fire for joy. My heart's on fire for riches. My heart's on fire for everything. Roll up so bright with spirit. Come on, shine your light, shine it brighter. Come on, celebrate, appreciate, hey, get up right now and shine it bolder. Celebrate, appreciate, give it all we got, all together now. Come on and shine. Shine your light for the world to see. Shine your light for the world to see. Shine our light for the world to see. Shine on.
So shine on.
No, wow.
Your light.
You
Yeah.
got the right accent for that song.
I know. I mean, I'm all over your words and your pronunciation in this. I
don't
really
even
am.
know when I'm doing all that.
Okay. But the first thing I noticed was right at the very beginning was like some real bass. Was a real bass.
Yes.
I don't know if you want to give props to whoever that was, or if you even
Yes.
know.
No. I will. Oh, that's Devon LaFoga, who is
Okay.
a young up and coming producer here too. In fact, and he also just went through the program, and a singer, and our music. I would say our music producer and director for my new pop R&B band. So Devon LaFoga. That's him. And you know what's interesting, Al? That is my first song that had that many live instruments. Granted, they didn't play together, but that's Devon LaFoga on bass. It's my friend John DePatty in Los Angeles playing those guitars, and Curtis Bird, who plays it, at Agape and all over on the drums. So it was my first time doing that. I'm like, wow, I want to do that more. It's more expensive, but it's a whole feel. Right.
Right. Well, and it's, and because of just, so many things passing. I mean, it kind of puts you in a retro vibe, because
That's what
all
what we meant. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, I was right back in the 70s, here's
Okay.
Curtis Mayfield or the Jacksons or something,
Hey, so cool. Yeah. And wait, and I have to give props to Jaslyn Lofton, another young, she's a member of our pop R&B band, but she was brave enough to reach out to me during one of these those songwriting festivals here on the Big Island, to ask me to co-write. And she has just connected me with so many people. But I trusted this I think it's one of her first productions out. And she's a girl, and I really wanted to give her that trust. So it was really fresh and new in many different ways.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So fresh and new, but also retro. So, but
Yeah,
that's kind of,
yeah,
but that's, it's, which is very today.
It is. You're right.
Yeah.
Well, they're old souls, Al. This is what trips me out. Like maybe you'll listen to Solux and want to interview the whole band one day, but they are in their 20s and they know more music than me. And the songs they're writing have all those complex chord changes. I'm a pop girl at heart. I mean, I could just do songs with 1, 4, 5 changes,
Yeah.
So they're stretching me. And so I'm just I feel so blessed to be in their circles. These young kids are teaching me. They've got
Yes.
old souls. Yeah, they got old souls.
That's cool. But I think you could teach them a few things about singing,
I can't. Well, I don't know about singing, but yeah, definitely like the professionalism aspect and also the life aspect. Like if we talk about it, because I see them, struggling to make those choices. Like, do I get a daytime job? Oh, it's so hard, making a living as a musician. How do I, and then the part that's really important that I find is missing for them is that spiritual aspect.
Mm-hmm.
And we all know how much a foundation that gives us, and things are so unsteady. So here and there, I pop those things in. But I know like yesterday we were in a recording session. I don't know if they'll ever listen to this. But anyway, we were right here in my studio recording, and I won't say who, but one of them was, just having a hard time kind of getting a little bit bitter with how long the process is to get songs done and to, have some success in music. And they're in Hawaii now. I mean, at least I was in LA. And so I thought I was sharing some grounded positivity, but there came a point where she kind of raised her voice and she goes, I know, Faith, but I need to, still do it or, see things my way. And I was like, okay, back off a little, back off.
You're right.
So, just, and I know, what I mean when we're not in our particular circles. How do you share really what's authentic for us, and real positivity, not like just blowing sunshine, right?
Right.
But real grounded, like we really believe in this love and possibility, but when they're not there energetically, I get it. It doesn't matter what I say. So anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't seem,
Yeah.
if they can't receive it authentically, so then it doesn't seem authentic coming from you, even though it is, but they don't get it. Yeah.
So I got it. She's like, nope, shut that door. I was like, okay, got it. Got it. Not now. This is not the time.
Right. She didn't want to be talked to. She probably wanted to be heard more than talked to.
Thank you, Al. That's a great distinction.
Yeah. Because sometimes you have to let them know that what they're going through, and that empathy thing. And so that's
that's very useful. Thank you, Al.
Yeah.
I teach a lot. I teach a lot of folks in that age group, and they teach me all the time what they need.
Got it.
And I've skinned my knees a few times on, trying to tell them what I think they ought to hear.
Yeah, because it seems so obvious from your perspective.
Sure.
I get that.
Yeah. Especially when I feel, a little piece of information or insight or something could just make it feel better, but they have their own process, so. Yeah.
But who knows? She may go back and go, oh yeah, I was just thinking about what, think about what you just said and go, oh, you never know.
Yeah.
Wait, I have one question to ask though, Al, since if you, are with that age group, I don't think there's answer for this because they will talk about things that I don't even know what they're saying in the text, because the languaging or what they're referencing, I have no clue. So I've kind of just, what my answer has been, just instead of asking every other second, what does that mean? What are you talking about? Like, I'll just let them have the moment, and I'll just pick and choose when I need to know what's going on. Like, what do you do?
I think that's the art of it. Yeah, you can't. I think you have to accept who you are, of course, in the process.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a fair amount older than you, so I just own it. I'm the oldest guy, and I tell dad jokes, and I'm I just own it.
Yeah.
So so then they can feel comfortable being who they are, and
I think they do. They feel comfortable, and I just it's selective, not hearing, but I don't need to talk in every single conversation, because the text alone, I'm like, what are all these abbreviations?
Right. I mean, I'm not above looking stuff up. I'll just go over, what does that mean?
With my kids, and they're adults, they're in their 40s, but sometimes I'm like, what?
What are they talking about? Well, I know there's a new word, and they said, oh, Gen Z made it up. So not even, I guess, their generation. So it's cursive. So I still don't quite understand what speaking cursive means. But anyway, it's fun. It keeps me young and on my
I had one just like a day ago, where I was talking about what's a star. I was talking to some music students about recognizing a star when they walk in the room and there's a special something, and all the heads turn. And I said it's charisma, and one guy goes, we call it Riz.
Oh, okay.
Okay then.
Okay.
Riz. Okay, I'm gonna throw that one out in our next session. I got some Riz.
He was kind enough to clue the old man in. I thought that was nice of him.
Well, here's the interesting part, is because I'm actually in their band, meaning we have pictures together, we have a video together, that I'm always a little bit conscious. Like, I have to keep asking people, saying, like, do I look like I'm their mom or grandma? Or so far I haven't gotten that. But yeah, it's owning who I am. And but and I feel like we're all especially with our belief system and everything, I feel like we're all pretty much more youthful, like in our minds, than most people our age anyway, So I'm going to ride
again,
that.
you maybe should speak for yourself, because we're a lot older than you are.
No, but you're fun. Like, who
Thank you.
would be sitting around talking? I mean, like, you liked your own skin, and Al liked circle. I'm like, all right, EDM.
Okay, well, that's a good segue. You'll probably be surprised that I picked this one, but I think it's probably got some Riz. That is Fired Up. So let's listen to you can get fired up. So Fired Up with Faith Rivera.
Are we fired up? Yeah. Are we good to go? Yeah. Woo.
Everywhere, bring it on, bring it strong.
to explain that.
I know. Okay. This was during my class, that six figure songwriting, and we would see these themes of what they need. And to my surprise, as a person that's been writing positive music, right, this whole time, they wanted positive go get 'em songs, you
Mhm.
know? And so I forget, I think I wrote probably the whole song like in my brain, you know what I mean? Like lyrically of what it would sound
Mhm.
like. And I partnered with, it's the same producer who did My Own Skin, who attempted to do, not attempted, but you know, that's not usually what he does. He did this more punk band sounding a song called Fired Up. So I wrote it, to be honest, specifically for that idea for a scene.
Yeah,
When
okay.
you know when the group is getting like riled up, you know.
Yeah, go, go, go. We got this.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
it
that.
was. It definitely was. And so, I mean, how is that not positive? So that's what I found fascinating and so thankful for. Was like, wait, I can still keep writing with my same intention of, you know what I mean, like
Yeah, yeah,
lifting
yeah.
passion up or something. So, but yeah,
Mhm.
I've never done that genre. I mean, would you call it punk rock? I
Sort
like
of. So a
Call it
garage
out.
band.
garage
ca-
band. Okay,
I'd call it garage band. You know, that's what
okay,
that's
yeah,
Okay.
kind of what I thought of.
a little grungy, or I don't. So I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
even
Yeah,
know
gritty.
all
yeah.
the terms. Okay,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gritty, but it's catchy. You know, it's very
yeah,
It is,
catchy.
it is. And I
it
thought,
is.
I need to listen to this in the morning, especially when I have
Yes,
something I need to
when
do.
you're
Because, and then I
sleepy.
thought, my dad would used to holler down the hall to my brother and me, up and at 'em. This would be way better than up and at 'em.
Oh, maybe I'll do that for my kids one day when I have to wake them up. Hey,
Yeah,
we'll go
so
to
we
my sleeping
are
gym.
we seeing maybe just a shade of Solux in here? Is that, are we on the
No,
fence? No, okay, not at all. Okay, I'm
nope,
off the base
not
on
at
that.
all. No.
But I did notice that there was some lo-fi processing on your voice, a little grit thrown on there with
On
some
that one, yeah.
electronics.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was Eric adding all that. And so that's amazing you can hear all those differences. Again, all these different genres have their own little, you know what I mean, like hacks or things that make it like
exactly.
fit into that
Mhm,
genre. So
mhm.
honestly, I even but you're right, there is something, some kind of compression or something happening on my vocals there. Like to make it sound like I'm talking through a
Perfect. Yes,
cheerleading thing or
exactly. Yeah, the
Megaphone.
transistor radio thing.
megaphone.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Wow, we've been all over with
Yeah,
these
we
songs.
have. Well, we're only following you, Faith.
Okay, that's true. That's true.
All right, so I think we're nearing the end here. I want to I want
Oh.
to I want to cover a couple things. Number one, you've got, if people just love New Thought Faith Rivera,
Mhm.
which is our key audience here,
Yeah.
where would they go to find more of that?
Yeah, I mean, my website really houses all of that, faithrivera.com. And also on YouTube, lots and lots of, different videos. And here I'm going to offer something to your listeners. I'm not sure when this is going to be offered. Well, what I need to think this through. Okay, here's the truth is, I love that, I've been able to have this career with all these different albums, and I stopped touring, which means, do you know where all those CDs are? In my garage, like thousands, honestly, thousands of them. So if any of your listeners are listening here and would love an album, go look online and then, just email me, and maybe, you just pay for shipping or pay what you want. I mean, I just want to give music to them if it can support them, and
Thank you.
I don't want them to disintegrate. So in your honor, yeah, just like email me what you want and we'll just,
Oh, that's so
maybe just
sweet. Thank you so
for
much.
shipping or something. Yeah, yeah.
So are there you've got other projects? Do you want to say anything about those, about where people can go to find out if they're interested in the other side?
Yeah, yeah. If you'd like to hear this old school pop R&B, it's called Solux, SOLUXE music, and you can find us either on Instagram or Facebook. For those of you that maybe have some young ones around, or if you're really into, I don't even know what these genres are called, trap. It's just a little bit more aggressive rap, but positivity, but with some fire, a little bit more fire and rapping. It's called Fierce Unicorn Groove, and you can find her on Instagram. I'm gonna follow me. And last thing I'd like to share that we didn't get to talk about a lot, but it's just something I want to share to our community where I have been hosting. I just started these personal private retreats here in Hawaii, and I had my first family come, a family of 4, and it was beyond what I could have expected. So, and I'll just share a little here. It's a little bit of, I'm like your spiritual tour guide where, we'd go on the beach, I'd chant a little in Hawaiian, we set our intentions, and then we go hike up Makapu'u and have really, I don't want to say high level conversation, but really I want people to come here and not only experience the paradise from a local, but really from our time together and spiritual practice. I want them to leave really like vibing with the paradise within. I want them to just feel so good about who they are. And I couldn't have imagined that even their family bonds got stronger. It was so magical for them and me that they've hired me I do an ongoing monthly retreat for this family online. So I'd love to share Hawaii with people that feel the call, that want to come experience it. And there's a little bit of carpool karaoke, or karaoke. That's what where I sing to them. So it's like programming and feeling the culture and spiritual practice, and it's just everything. So it's all on my website, faithrivera.com. Yeah.
That's cool. And you also have a podcast. We mentioned it earlier. Do you want to tell people about that?
I do. And here's the funny thing is we are in transition. So Voices of Unity will now be called Bliss Happens. And it will still be on the Mind, Body, Spirit. Did I say that right? Mind, Body, Spirit.fm. But we will be rebranding as Bliss Happens, the podcast. And you will be able to find information on that. I will be updating my website. It'll be on faithrivera.com and also on that network. So we look forward to, having you tune in. We've had amazing speakers on there and authors like Matthew Fox, all the way to Jim Blake, who's a CEO at Unity. But yeah, thank you so much, to both of you for letting me share and for your amazing work and this podcast. Just like personally, it just makes me feel so good to be able to revisit that album and really share, the heart of it. Because sometimes I'm sure as artists, we put singles out, we put albums out, and it could mean so much to us, but it goes out and you're like, oh, did it just fly away in the wind? It's gone. And so it just really means a lot to me to have your perspective and to know that music connects with your heart and that you're sharing it with your audience. So thank you. Mahalo.
Thank you. So we, to close the show, we always ask this question, and
Here we go.
we've been concentrating on your current output, but looking over the entirety of your output, current and past, is there something you think we should close the show with, something that's quintessential Faith Rivera?
Let me think. Because of course I'm thinking of God Is. That has meant a lot to me. Holy Now also has meant a lot to me. Oh my gosh, I need help. Do you?
You just have to choose, I'm afraid.
I have to.
Your
Darn
favorite
it.
child. There it is.
That's right. Pick one.
Okay, wait. Okay, it's gonna be God Is.
Okay. We'll close the show. Thank you so much, Faith. It's been a joy.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Can't wait to come back.
Here's Faith Rivera. God Is.
Where I am, God is. Where I stand, God is standing strong. Where I breathe, God is breathing life in and out and through me, as me. Where I sing, God is. Where I dance, joy lifts my feet. Where I live, beauty I doubt, God is the faith in me. Where I cry, God is the comfort there. Where I seek, God is the answer. Here and now, forever and ever and ever. Where I speak, truth is. Where I work, love is my career. And where I play, God is playing boldly, in and out and through me. As me.